There are some drivers in this world that excite me, and the PING G430 was one of them. Tested the Max, loved it. I thought it was a marked improvement on the G425 Max, which was a club that I have played up until recently. And last G425 had the LST, and I didn't really get on with it. It was certainly more forgiving than a lot of the low spinning clubs I've tested, but I just felt it just had that snap in it. It had that shot that just worried me a little bit. So the new G430 is more forgiving. So is the LST the perfect club for me? Is it going to be forgiving but give me that distance that I want? Because the G425 Max doesn't quite do it for me. It's a great fairway finding club, but it just lacks about 20 yards on what I'd want it to do. So today I'm going to hit some shots on the range, talk about the golf club and how it looks, sounds and feels. Then I'm going to challenge myself on a golf course with some tee shots and see how many trees I can get behind. Okay, down at the ball, differences between this one and the G430 Max is you're now getting carbon fly wrap on this. You're getting this carbon crown that you can visually see, which wasn't on the Max. And when you look down at it, you've got this two-tone collar. You've got this dark black at the front where the turbulators are. Then at the back part of it, you've got this like graphite-y grey looking color with the markings around it. So it definitely frames the ball a little bit differently to the Max. But the turbulators themselves, I love the way they frame the ball into the center of the golf club. It's something that I really like about Ping. And you know, it's a little bit shouty, and I've always been someone who likes a little bit of a shouty golf club. Right, it's a bit smaller than the Max, so it's going to lose some forgiveness, but is it going to give me that extra bit of yardage I crave from the normal 430? I fell off that. Worst swing I've done all day, but it's in play and it's 256 yards down there, but that was poor. Very, very, very poor. Okay, a little bit better, a little bit heely. So it's kind of geared round a little bit. I definitely pulled that a little bit more to the left. But that's where the forgiveness come into it, but a little bit spinny and not great distance. Save that one a little bit with the hands, I feel. The smaller head definitely does give you that, like, you need to be a good player, a really good driver of the ball, I feel, to get the most out of this. And I'm not that player at the minute. That's better. It's a lot better. Better spin, better distance. Really good ball speed, 155. Launch angle pretty good, spin good, and a carry of 270 yards. And you know what? That's offline by 17 yards. So that's actually a fairway. The average fairway is about 40 yards wide. That's as an average. Now, obviously there's going to be some that are smaller, some that are wider, but as an overall average, it's about 40 yards. So that would be left side of the fairway. Sound and feel, marked improvement on the G425. The 425 was one of those clubs that you'd hit on the course and everybody on the course knew there was a Ping player. Whereas with the G430, now you're getting that better sound. It certainly sounds a lot better and a lot more like you're getting from the other drivers in the sort of market, that tinny, better sound. So that's a good thing. And that's because inside the head, they've just put things to make it acoustically better. I like that shot. I like that fadey shot. A little bit spinny, but it's definitely an easier shot for me to play. At the moment, I'm not seeing that distance increase that I'd like, and that's because it's definitely a harder club to hit than the normal 430 Maxes. That's definitely more forgiving. This is not giving me that forgiveness. You've got to really find the good part of the face in order to get the most out of this club. And I'm just starting to see it a little bit in the heel. So, come on, let's get a good one. A little bit better. I'm definitely struggling with this club. Now, I notoriously really hate hitting driver inside a studio anyway, but this is actually becoming a little bit of a struggle for me to get the most out of, whereas the Max was actually really easy to hit. Okay, let's put some elements of realism into this. Really tight fairway. Let's challenge ourselves to try and hit some. I'll take that. Oh, yeah, I will take that. Nice high fade into the fairway. I'll have some of that, thank you very much. With this club, because I don't feel the confidence with it, I'm really flicking it at the bottom. I can't seem to get it out of the heel at the minute, which actually rescues me a little bit. Let's try and just feel like we're coming on the inside. This may get pushed so far out to the right, I might hit that tree. That felt like a better strike actually, but it's just done a high fade. So that's a better strike and a better shape that I want. So if I just aim a little bit left of that, I think we can get there now. Oh, tree ball. Oh my God. Yeah, for me, the LST is a bit of a no. I think you've just got to be an absolutely amazing driver of the golf ball to get the most out of this. Something I am not. That's more like it. A little bit of a high fade. It's my sort of go-to shot at the minute. What I will say is the Max is so much more forgiving. The LST for me it's something that I would have to be super, super confident with my driver, or in a situation where there's no consequence, like if I was playing a scramble or something like that, maybe, but I don't feel like I can hit it well enough to get the most out of it. I think there's better drivers out there suited for my game, and this isn't it. All in all, the LST is a great club. Like, I know people, Harry here uses the LST and he bombs it, like it goes miles, but he's a good driver of the golf ball. For me, driver is so confidence based that if I'm even remotely off my game with driver, doesn't matter what it is, I need maximum forgiveness. So for me, the LST is a no, and I think if you're not in that really, really good driver bracket, I'd stay well clear of this. Put the Max in your bag, get maximum forgiveness, maximum MOI, and just sacrifice a few yards, because I've hit this no further than the Max, but a lot more offline. Anyway, I hope you've liked that video, and if you have, please do hit that like button down below. As always, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I give honest reviews, whether it's good or bad, whether I'm hitting it well or hitting it not. I will not just say that a club is good for the sake of it. For me, the LST is a good club, but it's not for me, and it's probably not for a lot of you either. So please don't waste your money on it just by thinking you're going to hit them bombs, because if you get it slightly wrong, as you've seen today, you'll be in my favourite place, the trees. I hope to see you all on the next video.